Okay, guys, I'm going to give you as much time as I can in writing today. I know a lot of you are still working on Bend 1 work with your explorers, but we are out of time for classwork on that. So if you are not finished with that, that's definitely going to have to be homework at this point. Let me see here. Yesterday, we watched a video on the tribal regions throughout the United States, and I reminded you that to please keep in mind, try to pick tribal regions within the US so you can find resources. This is an informational piece of writing that you're going to be building, and it's going to be a nonfiction text, an actual book, a digital book that you'll hopefully be able to print and share with your kindergarten buddies or maybe a fourth grade peer. I haven't really decided yet. We'll have to chat about that. But regardless of who your audience is, you want to keep in mind that they're going to be as interested as you are. So if you're really interested and you do the work to dig to find interesting things, then they'll be just as interested. So make sure today, the first thing you'll need to do is to research a tribal region from this map. So look at the map, decide where you want to kind of focus on, and then do research on that region. You can begin listing the different tribal groups that are within that region, and that should give you a lens for each day of your research. I'm going to walk you through how you will be taking notes. Notes are not optional. We saw from Bend 1 work that our writing is not to the level that it needs to be if we aren't using our pens to write them down on paper, if that makes sense. So please don't store all this information in your brains. It doesn't allow you to write with the volume that you need as a fifth grade writer. One of the ways that you can take notes in your writer's notebook is by creating kind of like half pages, whether it's a T-chart or I did kind of just split it in half, hamburger style instead of hot dog style. So I went halfway down my page and drew a line. At the top I wrote food, and then the second half I wrote religion, and then my second page had tools and entertainment. And these are the things that I jotted really quickly as I was researching. I noticed that the Cherokee, who I was focusing my research on, I noticed that they were mainly hunter-gatherers, and I didn't feel like farming was a main source of food. And I also made a note that farming may have started later. Perhaps they started to domesticate some crops or some animals. I don't know. I haven't done enough research to know if that's true or not. So I just left a little asterisk to let me know, hey, as you're researching, see if this is true. And then one of my sources told me that they were polytheistic. I haven't found two sources that said that yet, so I definitely need to do some more fact checking, and I need to gain some more information on the religious practices. I know that there were definitely rituals that they did, but I don't necessarily know details on like what rituals looked like or when they happened or why they happened. So there's definitely a lot of research to do there. I did find a little bit of information on tools. I know that they used animal bone and arrowheads for tools. And I think that I read that they were made out of flint, but I made a note to find out the type of rocks used because I didn't write it down, so I wanted to verify that. And then finally, on that second half of the second page, I had entertainment down, and in my research I found out that they like to play games that were really similar to like our soccer or football, so to speak, and then also they liked arts and crafts. And I don't mean arts and crafts like toddler arts and crafts, I mean they really liked to create paintings. They did that in various ways, and they also liked to create baskets and other useful tools that were really craft items as well. They were as beautiful as they were functional. So definitely I have lots and lots of more research to do, but you can tell that in my quick 15-minute search, I got a lot to help me get started. So by using headings at the top of pages or at each half page, that should help you in your research today. I do want to let you know of my expectation. I want you to have a region chosen. So one of these regions from this map, and I want one tribe from that region researched. So this was what should be done in 15 minutes. Your learning block is an hour, so there's no reason that you should not be able to have 4 categories that you're researching and full notes on all 4 categories for one Native American tribe. All right. Good luck with this work, and I will leave it on the must-dos for today. If you have any questions, please write them down so you can ask tomorrow. But work to be proactive today, and please use your resources wisely. Remember, the technology is a tool and it is also school property, so I will be checking all accounts when I return after school today. All right, have a great time writing and researching.